If you're a fan of classic 2D Capcom fighters in particular, the Switch has been blessed with some terrific options. Between the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, the first Capcom Fighting Collection, and the outstanding Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, the majority of Capcom's 2D classics have been represented at this point. That said, fans of one particularly innovative franchise have been disappointed thus far, and now having spent some time with both Power Stone and its sequel, I can see why, as they're absolutely the gems of this particular collection. Starting with the rest of the package, there's quite a smattering of 2D fighters represented, and while Street Fighter gets a fair amount of representation in them, it's far from the only focus. Both of the Capcom vs. SNK titles are included, and while they may not be as much of a revelation as their Marvel vs. Capcom cousins, they still pack in smart multi-fighter play and reasonably large rosters to explore. Project Justice also feels more notable than most of the rest here as well, given its being the sequel to Rival Schools, and simply featuring play and a story mode that feel wholly odd and unique. I was happy to see Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper in the package as well, bringing another grounded Street Fighter to the mix, which is always welcome. As for Plasma Sword, Nightmare of Bilstein, and Capcom Fighting Evolution, they're at least interesting inclusions, but they feel more like oddball outliers in the collection, along for the ride more as curiosities, though I wouldn't be surprised if they have their fans as well. That brings us to the meat and potatoes of what helps this fighting collection stand out, and that's the debut of Power Stone and its sequel on a Nintendo system. Given that they're often compared in favorable ways to Nintendo's own Smash Bros. Series, the uninitiated could be forgiven for underestimating the degree of unique madcap fun these titles offer. If you merely give them a few minutes, though, you'll quickly understand the appeal. Played in 3D arenas that are full of items that can be picked up and used, as well as stage-specific hazards. At a low level, you can make comparisons to Smash to some degree, but here the emphasis feels more clearly on embracing and enjoying the chaos over trying to show refined technique. The one-on-one nature of the original does tend to make play very focused on trying to possess all three Power Stones, allowing you to open a can of whoop-ass on your opponent temporarily. But it's really in Power Stone 2, with it being a 4-player free-for-all, where the crazy appeal of the series comes more into focus. In particular, the progression of stages between multiple phases can be disorienting at first, but there's real appeal in the madness of it all, and I can't say I've ever encountered another game that plays quite like it. Now throw this all together with extensive online support, whether playing with friends or randoms, global leaderboards, and even things like a spectator mode, and you have plenty of ways to get your fight on. Feeling a little intimidated? Not a problem. A variety of training modes and methods for simplifying the controls are available to help you get up to speed, or better allow people at different skill levels to have an enjoyable time playing together. Finally, superfans can go through loads of game art and hundreds of tracks of music that span all 8 titles. Capcom has really pulled out all the stops for this collection. And if you're a fighting fan with a taste for a mix of traditional 2D action, as well as complete multiplayer chaos, this specific collection is the one you're looking for. Overall, my final score for the game ended up being a 9.4. And if you're interested in picking it up, it's currently available on the Switch eShop for $39.99. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this review. And if you'd like more information or ideas of indie games worth checking out on Switch, be sure to click on the link provided in the description. Until next time.